The movie The Revenant, by Alejandro González Iñárritu, features two extremely violent and memorable early scenes. While the film is often associated with the bear attack, the very first truly violent scene is the ambush on the fur trappers' camp. Here is a presentation of that initial, brutal attack. The ambush of the trappers. The film opens with a deceptively calm sequence, establishing the bond between frontiersman Hugh Glass, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and his half-Pawnee son, Hawk, before immediately plunging into chaos. Let's talk about the attackers. A large, organized war party of Arikara Native American warriors descends upon the fur trappers' camp, which is located near a river. Let's consider now the suddenness. The attack is sudden, swift, and overwhelming. The first sign of danger is the sibilant arrival of an arrow in the throat of a trapper, immediately silencing any warning cry and emphasizing the lethality of the threat. What about the violence? The sequence is shot with an immersive, visceral immediacy, often using long, fluid tracking shots by cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki. This places the viewer right in the middle of the melee, experiencing the horrific hand-to-hand combat, musket fire, and arrows flying. Trappers are killed with shocking speed and brutality. Hugh Glass's role is major. Glass, an experienced frontiersman, quickly takes command, guiding the terrified survivors to escape onto their flatboat on the river. He shows his immense skill and knowledge of the terrain, eventually leading the small surviving party to abandon the river and stash their valuable pelts to continue their retreat on foot through the wilderness. The aftermath needs to be considered now. The ambush results in the massacre of nearly three-quarters of the original trapping company, leaving the survivors deeply shaken, paranoid, and forced to face the unforgiving wilderness on foot, setting the stage for the rest of the film's conflict and Glass's later journey. The second major violent scene is the bear attack. This next major violent scene, which is arguably the film's most famous and brutal, is the grizzly bear attack on Hugh Glass. This is the pivotal event that leads to his abandonment and quest for revenge. While scouting for a route, Glass stumbles upon a mother grizzly protecting her cubs. The attack is portrayed with astonishing, realistic ferocity. The bear is not depicted as a monster, but as an animal acting on instinct to neutralize a threat to her offspring. The sheer power of the animal is horrifying as it repeatedly mauls, throws, and tears into Glass, leaving him grievously wounded and barely alive. Glass's survival is miraculous, but his injuries leave him incapacitated and at the mercy of his companions, directly leading to his betrayal by John Fitzgerald and the murder of his son, Hawk. The opening ambush sets the tone for the brutal human conflict and unforgiving nature of the frontier, while the bear attack provides the central conflict and the physical and emotional catalyst for Hugh Glass's incredible journey. Now the presentation outlines only the opening violent scene of The Revenant, known as the Arikara attack on the trappers' camp. It's structured as a series of steps for clarity. The film is set in the 1820s American frontier and begins with this intense sequence to establish themes of survival, brutality, and nature's harshness. I've based this on reliable summaries and analyses of the scene. Step 1. Basics of the Arikara attack scene, opening scene of The Revenant. Runtime of scene, approximately 10 minutes. Purpose, introduces the brutal world of fur trappers and sets up the story's conflict. Step 2, historical and setting context. Time and place, 1823, Missouri Territory, modern-day South Dakota, along the Missouri River in winter. Characters involved. A group of fur trappers from the Rocky Mountain Fur Company, collecting beaver pelts. Hugh Glass, a seasoned frontiersman, and his half-Pawnee son Hawk are central. The group is led by Captain Henry. Atmosphere, forested wilderness. The camp is makeshift, with trappers loading pelts onto a boat, unaware of impending danger. This scene draws from real events in Hugh Glass's life, though dramatized for the film. Step 3, build up to the attack. Quiet before the storm, the scene opens peacefully with trappers going about their work, skinning animals, packing pelts, and preparing to leave camp. Glass and Hawk are hunting in the nearby woods, separated from the main group. Foreshadowing, subtle tension builds through ambient sounds of nature, wind, river, birds, and distant hints of threat. Glass senses something amiss but continues. Cultural context, the attackers are Urukhara warriors, motivated by revenge for stolen horses and pelts, as well as territorial disputes with white trappers. Step 4, the attack begins. Surprise assault, without warning, arrows rain down on the camp from the tree line. Urukhara warriors emerge, firing guns and charging on horseback. Initial chaos, trappers are caught off guard, many are killed instantly by arrows piercing throats or chests. The camera captures the sudden shift from calm to pandemonium in long, unbroken takes. Visual style, cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki uses natural light and fluid tracking shots to immerse the viewer, making the violence feel raw and immediate. Step 5, escalation in combat. Fight back, surviving trappers grab rifles and fight desperately. Hand-to-hand combat ensues with axes, knives, and clubs. Bodies fall into the river. Key actions, Glass and Hawk rush back to camp amid the gunfire. Glass shouts to abandon the pelts and prioritize escape. Warriors scalp fallen trappers, adding to the horror. Casualties, many trappers die, shot, stabbed, or drowned. The Urukhara warriors suffer losses too but overwhelm with numbers and surprise. Step 6, escape and aftermath flight to safety, the survivors, including Glass, Hawk, and Captain Henry, retreat to their boat on the river. They push off under a hail of arrows, floating downstream while firing back. Emotional beats, Glass protects Hawk fiercely, highlighting their bond. The scene ends with the boat drifting away, leaving burning camp and bodies behind. Tone shift, this marks the transition to the film's core survival narrative, with the group now vulnerable and on the run. Step 7, cinematography and directorial choices. Innovative filming, shot in one continuous take, or appearing as such, emphasizing realism. Sound design, arrows whizzing, gunshots echoing, screams, and native war cries create auditory immersion. Themes introduced, man versus nature, racial tensions, and raw violence. Iñárritu's style draws from Terrence Malick, with poetic visuals amid brutality. Step 8, significance in the film. Sets the stage, this scene establishes the film's unrelenting pace and Glass's resilience, leading to the famous bear attack later. Critical reception, praised for its intensity and technical achievement, contributing to the film's Oscars, Best Director, Actor, Cinematography. Viewer impact, graphic violence, rated R, warns of the film's mature themes, not for the faint-hearted.